Back in the early days, opening a pack of Jungle was a dream come true. You either pulled the Hollow Snorlax or you pulled your 5th Paris, not knowing that it is not a cute little mushroom thing, that it's being possessed. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Pokémon Card Chronicles, where I will be going through the entire Pokémon set, starting from the first ones going on to modern, and showing pretty much every card you get for each set, and give my thoughts and opinions on it. Now the first ones I'm going to love because I am a very vintage heavy lover. When it comes to this, I'm trying to collect the first 4 sets, and if I have a chance to get anything from the 2 Gym Challenger sets and anything from Neo, I will always get my hands on them. Plus, if you don't know, I'm also making a secondary series where I'm trying to get all the Southern Island cards. Now you can't see them, but they're literally there's 3 of them just right there. So I will be talking about the classic pulls, some of the nostalgia when it comes to this, talking about my favorite cards and how impactful this set was. In the last episode we talked about base set, where it first originally started. This was the first expansion set, which as a kid I didn't know. I just heard they made new Pokemon cards and I went yippee! So in this video we are going to be exploring Jungle. This is one of the sets I'm trying to get. I think I'm at 37% as of recording of this. So when it came to this, it came out in English in June 1999. This was only a few months after base set and 5 years after I was born. When it came to this, they added a total of 64 cards. And a lot of these became the fan favorites and still a fan favorite to today. A lot of people love the Eeveelutions. When it comes to this, I still have my non-holo Flareon in my binder. So let's break down this set as we usually do, starting off with the common Pokemon cards. When it comes to this, they're usually the baby versions of Pokemon, no big evolutions at all, and they're probably some of the weakest at the time cards that they could have picked from. Now at this stage they only had 150, not 1025 to pick from. But when it comes to the commons, you get cards just like Bellsprout, Cubone, Eevee, Execute, Goldeen, Jigglypuff, Mankey, Meowth, Nidoran, Oddish, Paris, Pikachu, Rhyhorn, Spearow, Venonat, and Pokeball. Even out of these, a lot of people would prioritize, like, we'll say Pikachu and Eevee, where most people would throw away their like Bellsprout and Cubone. I remember being younger because of the Mankey card. I found out you could get Mankey earlier on in the game in yellow, so I prioritized getting Mankey, not knowing that it actually helps to beat the first badge. I just wanted a Mankey because I thought the card looked cool. So next up are the uncommons when it comes to this set. A lot of these are just the mid evolutions of some of them, but some of them only had a 1 evolution line. So again, it is the rather full evolve of them or the mid evolve, and a bit more rarer than them. When it comes to this, you get cards just like Butterfree, Doodro, Pharaoh, Gloom, Lickitung, Marowak, Nidoran, Parasect, Persian, Primate, Rapidash, Rhydon, Seaking, Tauros, Weepinbell, and Executor. I actually think Seaking is a really good Pokemon, but no one appreciates it, and it hasn't gotten love. It's like one of the only kind of Pokemon from Gen 1 that doesn't have any of the cool stuff. I know Jinx doesn't either, but again, Jinx is a very forgettable card. But Seaking, I do think, needs a little bit more love. Same with Dewgong. I absolutely love Dewgong. Cards like Lickitung was a bit weird, and I still found it a bit weird, but they made it worse with Lickily, I think the name is. But stuff with Rhydon, Rapidash, and Primate were like big hitters at the time. Not the biggest, but people were happy as a kid getting them type of cards. Next we're going on to the rare non-holo cards. These are pretty much just a non-shiny version that now when people open them they don't care, but at the time if you got even 1 or 2 of these, it was a really big thing. When it comes to the non-holo rares, you get Clefable, Electrobe, Flareon, Jolteon, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, Nidoqueen, Pidgeot, Pinsir, Scyther, Snorlax, Vaporeon, Venomoth, Victreebel, Vileplume, Wigglytuff. So as I said, I have my original Flareon I also have my original Nidoqueen as a kid. I didn't move, but I was able to keep a small box of cards, but I lost a good chunk of them over the years, but I still got a handful of them to get to keep. Vileplume is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I do really like it, but they did knock it down when Blossom came out, and I absolutely love Blossom as a card. Cards like Scyther, Pinsir, and Snorlax were really big hits in at least my school, but Kangaskhan, Electrode, and Mr. Mime were cards that people wanted to trade as soon as possible. But when it comes to big hitters, there is even bigger hitters than that if you got any of these cards in school, people were hiding them until they got home because the holo rares were the biggest chase of them all, and kids went absolutely crazy for them. I remember even opening packs in the kind of schoolyard, and if someone got a pack, that kid was screaming and running around. When it comes to the holo rares, you get cards just like Clefable, Electrode, Flareon, Jolteon, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, Nidoqueen, Pidgeot, Pinsir, Scyther, Snorlax, Vaporeon, Venomoth, Victreebel, Vileplume, and Wigglytuff. Pretty much it is the rares again, but just in a shinier cardboard form. Again, it shouldn't make much of a difference, but because they were harder to get and they were shiny, it absolutely blew kids' minds. Jungle was literally a smaller set, but as kids, we didn't know or care. People just wanted them for the sake of more Pokemon cards. I remember a lot of people wanting the Eeveelutions or their favorite Pokemon. I remember Scyther being a big thing, but I think that was more of the video game because people were trying to compare the video game to the card game. So if in school you got a rare Pokemon in the game, you thought the rare Pokemon as a card was also rare. So the fact like you could get a Pidgeot very early because you could get a Pidgey in the first ever route, people didn't really care for. But getting a Scyther was really difficult, or a Mr. Mime you had to like trade for. So the fact that they were somewhat big cards made it more kind of impressive when you got the card version. When it comes to me, I have always wanted the Eeveelutions, Nidoqueen or Vileplume. When it comes to the set, I do have two, I believe, of the Eeveelutions non-holo, and I have a Nidoqueen, and I think I have the non-foil Vileplume, but I could be getting it mixed up with the Team Rocket set. Because as I said, I'm trying to get Base, Jungle, Fossil, and Team Rocket. But as always, if there is cards you absolutely love in Jungle, let me know what your 3 favorite Pokemon cards are in this set down in the comments down below. While you're there, remember to like and subscribe and do all that YouTubey stuff we always ask for. And while you're down there, I have the first episode of Pokémon Card Chronicles here, a playlist of Pokémon Card Chronicles here, and a subscribe button here, and I will see you all in the next video.